We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Ready? Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Switch. Gun. Ready?
Newton on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their own 23. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. Murray now on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw again on second down. Murray, and his pass incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian Jenkins. And it's third down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. And able to find Kirk complete. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Safarian Jenkins has it. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Let's go, D.
Now on first down, Drake again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the gun, it's Drake. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Third down and 7.
Ready. 18 Gator. 55. Watch the pass. Mike.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on. Because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2. After 21 yards.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. A good pickup there at 22.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
Bridgewater on first down. And Anderson's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On the set. 58, Mike. Double that work. Double that free. Play that 19. Double that free, defense. Tight dog. Kill.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll run to the second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Murray off play action. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the shit. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Don't take. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Bridgewater now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Delaney Walker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Let's go, boys. Bring it out.
at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike, check, 59. Watch the
From the gun on third down, Murray. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it here with P-Ryan. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix.
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 34-yard line.
Come on, set. Hey, no. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, defense. Let's go.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. With Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a carry for Pirine. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. They'll run. It's Drake. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the screen. Pass. Check 9. Watch out.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check back. Check back.
Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They go play action. Bridgewater. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Bridgewater. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Bridgewater again. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
58 to Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together. Check.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Bridgewater. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Put it to him. Check. Cover. Put it to him.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
You got it. You got it.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Get to Pittsburgh. Mike 54. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Murray now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater, and Walker has it. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Get that quarterback and all
48 for Mike.
Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Drake. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Right back to Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
3rd and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Pirine. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there, handed to their big guy to pick up a 1st down.
Murray now on 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Murray now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Murray going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Let's go now. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to hunt. Check. Under crush.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Slam. 25, check 25.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Hicks able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Bridgewater now from the 50. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. That's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coach. Getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 42 yards.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
55.
Murray now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Running from the shotgun with Gray. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing is Murray on third down. And able to find Kirk complete. That one good for 24 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Murray now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Second and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got it.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up third and 6.
Brings up third and 6.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
All day, baby. All day. Mike 5-4. Let's go. Chance.
to keep it on the ground. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for two. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Second and 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. McCaffrey. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Right.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Going to get this to his rookie. That's Andy Isabella. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Murray now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
Let's go, baby.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the... He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defense wins championships, baby.
To throw, Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
At their own 13-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing, Hundley. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now Hundley. And he hits Drake. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
I got you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Shut! 54 Mike. I got him.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Panthers will get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
First down, Carolina.
On set, the Mike. 57, the Mike. Here it comes. 6, 4, 3, 2, go. Hey, check Mike 57.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. A gain of 3, second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
This is McCaffrey. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The offense on third down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now Balaj, and he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
I'm coming after you.
Balaj. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll run here with Balaj. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the off season. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Okay? 57, right? Something's wrong. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Carolina.